Welcome to another episode of The Player's Perspective. Today we are going to be looking at one of my favourite games, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Released back in 2002, Vice City received critical acclaim instantly upon its release, directed at the gameplay, story and open world design. However, the game also generated a lot of controversy due to high amounts of violence and racial groups, causing protests and lawsuits. Vice City became the best-selling game of 2002, selling over 17.5 million copies, and since has been released on numerous platforms, with the most recent being the Definitive Edition remaster. With Grand Theft Auto 3 being released a year before, with huge success and being iconic throughout the Grand Theft Auto series, Rockstar got to work straight away on Vice City, taking everything that was great about Grand Theft Auto 3 then adding onto it massively, creating a whole new world for the fans of the series. Set in 1986, mob boss Sonny Forelli is looking to establish drug operations in the South. The player character Tommy Vercetti, just being released from a 15-year prison sentence for murder, is sent to oversee the deal. However, the deal is ambushed by unknown assailants, beginning the story of Vice City, with Tommy trying to discover who ambushed the deal to retrieve Sonny's money and drugs. Sonny now furious about his money, Tommy and his lawyer friend Ken Rosenberg have to discover who is responsible. So throughout the start of the game, Tommy is meeting all different characters throughout Vice City, until he discovers who ambushed the deal. A drug lord called Ricardo Diaz was responsible, so Tommy starts working for Diaz in an attempt to gain his trust, which would make taking over his operations a lot easier. Not gunning for Diaz alone, Tommy becomes friends with another one of Ricardo's employees, Lance, whose brother was killed in the ambush deal. Tommy taking his time before attempting to overrule Diaz, Lance gets impatient and tries to kill him, but this backfires with Lance getting caught and Diaz capturing him. After Tommy saves Lance, the two realise they must kill Diaz before he has a chance to retaliate. This is the part that changed Grand Theft Auto games forever. Now that Diaz is dead, Tommy is free to try and take over Vice City by taking over protection brackets and buying different businesses. Buying the different businesses is a crucial part of the game, each having their own set of missions so that the player can start making money from them. Some being fronts for illegal operations, for example the Printworks is used to create counterfeit money, the Ice Cream Factory is used to sell drugs, and the Malibu Club is used as a base of operations for a bank heist. But other businesses such as the taxi firm have missions such as erasing the competition or the film studio which is being used to make pornographic films. Once the business missions are complete, Sonny is angry at Tommy for taking over Vice City and not giving him his cut, and eventually sends his men to start taxing your businesses. But Tommy refuses to pay Sonny as he was bitter towards him for the 15 years in prison for a job that Sonny sent him on. Hearing that Tommy has killed the men that he sent, Sonny finally decides to travel to Vice City to collect from Tommy. Tommy attempts to pay Sonny off with counterfeit money, but to his surprise Tommy is betrayed by Lance, who has informed Sonny of the plan, and at this point Sonny knows that the only way he's going to get his money is by killing Tommy. With Sonny and Lance dead, Tommy now owns Vice City, but still meets new friends throughout the city that employ him for his services, such as a Scottish glam metal band called Love Fist, who employ Tommy to arrange security for their concert, which then leads Tommy to working for a motorcycle club, who make you take the initiation test in exchange for their security. At one point, Tommy finds himself in the middle of a war between the Cubans and the Haitians, willingly working for the Cubans and being used by the Haitians with mind-altering voodoo potions to make him cooperate, until the Haitian operations are completely destroyed. Vice City introduced so much into the world of GTA, being the first third-person Grand Theft Auto to introduce motorbikes, helicopters and a seaplane, allowing the player to travel through the air for the first time. Unless you count the Dodo from Grand Theft Auto 3, which I don't personally. Every Grand Theft Auto before now has had a range of weapons, but Vice City took it to a new level by introducing a wide range of weapons in different gun and tool shops, allowing the player to have different models of certain weapons. The player can now have access to hammers, knives, screwdrivers and even chainsaws. A big part of the more modern Grand Theft Auto games is being able to change your character's clothing, which was also first introduced in Vice City, but not in the same detail as in Grand Theft Auto 5. With certain clothing being needed for missions, such as gang clothing or something to conceal your identity. With a wide range of characters throughout Vice City, certain ones are voiced by well-known actors such as Ray Liotta, Burt Reynolds and Danny Trejo and many more. The game also has its own little section of side missions, such as rampages where you are given a certain weapon and a time limit to kill as many gang members as possible. And hidden packages. For every 10 that you collect, the player will be rewarded with a weapon being available at safe houses at all times. Call me biased, but in my opinion, Vice City is a timeless classic and will go down in history as one of the greatest Grand Theft Auto games. And if you haven't played it yet, then I highly recommend. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, feel free to like and subscribe with plenty more content on the way. My name's Johnny from The Player's Perspective. And it's goodbye till next time.